Here Sujit has a question. How can we set an object variable as immutable in Python? In Scala, val a equal to 20. Here nothing. If you create a tuple automatically, Sujit, that is a immutable object. In Scala, by default, everything val is acting as immutable, var acting as immutable. But here in Python, a tuple is acts as immutable object. List is mutable object. What is immutable? Read only simply. Only you can access elements. You cannot modify, append, delete. You cannot do anything. And second question, very second question, Mr. Sujit. Second question, if we use functions with no arguments, why it is required to put 0 after function? This is a question related with your Python or Scala, you're asking. Don't make Scala in Python, Sujit. If we use functions with no arguments, why it is required to put 0 after function? No need of putting 0 in Python. Okay, it's completely v of 0. Here new names equal to v of 0. V of 0 is what? First character. First character you are converting into uppercase. Okay, upper of, that is not upper 0, upper of plus v of 1 colon. Second onwards, all the remaining characters you are taking. Got it? Sujit reply. Yes, the bracket requires you are calling a function with no arguments. If you want to pass any arguments within the brackets, you need to pass it. But you started learning of Scala, you are mixing Scala in Python and then comparing. First, stop comparing. Okay. Suppose there is a function ABC. The function ABC is not expecting any arguments. Simply ABC off, that empty brackets. Suppose that function is expecting some value. Pass that value as argument. Okay. But in Scala, the story is different. Okay. Okay. Come to today's topic. Today in this system, Python is not available, sir. Try to understand the statements. Suppose you have two lists. Our last example is iterating loop through multiple lists. There are two ways. First one, traditional way I will show you. Think that there are 5 values like this. Here also 5 values. I want to, for 10 element to element operation, I want to perform some arithmetic operation or transformation. Or corresponding elements. I am taking one index number. For V in A, I am saying A has how many elements? 5 elements. 5 times loop will be running. Each value of A is coming into V. Then what about B? You cannot. Suppose I am saying that C is equal to V plus B of I. In the first iteration, I value is what, sir? 0. B of 0 means first element. V has first element of A, B of 0, first element of B. I'm taking one empty list here. Let's say result. Here C result dot append of that C. In the next iteration, I value should be increased. One increment I am going to give. I plus equal to 1. Like C plus plus minus minus, that incremental operator is not available. You want to assign something means I plus equals to 1. Incremental assignment means that I equal to I plus 1. In first iteration, what is the V value? 10. B of 0 value 23. 33 will be appended to this result. In next iteration, V value 20. B value B of 1. B of 1 means 45. So corresponding elements are operated here or not? Okay. This is the traditional way. Way 1. What is way number 2? Python exclusive style. Observe this. Result I am taking as one empty list here. For V in zip of A comma B. What zip function is doing? Element to element mapping. But zip is not iterable. To make it iterable, list. Now what is the content of this list of zip of this one? Lip of zip of this one, if I say, what will be the content? It forms a list. Each element is a tuple. I have 5 elements, 5 tuples, like this. What is the first tuple? 10 comma 23. Second, 20 comma 40, 45. Like this remaining values. Now totally this list is having how many elements? 5 elements. Loop will be running for 5 times. At each iteration, each value is a tuple. Tuple has two things. One element of first list, another element of second list. Now, instead of saying this one, here I am saying x comma y. Each element is a tuple, right? Each element is a tuple. Tuple has two things. First one into x, second one into y. Understand? Here I am saying that result dot append. Append of x plus y. Understanding this one? Now, after completion of this one, in the first iteration, sir, what is the value of x? 10. Value of y? 23. In the second iteration, value of x is 20. Value of y is 45. 1 minute. Sir, online team, are you getting my voice? It seems some network issue. Anybody confirm me? Okay, right. This is second way. Still more easier way we will see. Way 3 I am taking. Result is equal to. Directly I am saying this empty list. What is our rule? Expression for loop. What is the for loop? For x comma y in list of zip of a comma b. What is my expression here left side? Simply x plus y. Understand? So which way is very simple? First way is taking like some 6 lines of statements. Second way, 3 lines of statements. Fourth way, the third way, only 1 line. On that way, very simplified. Got it? So in this way, corresponding element arithmetic operations or any other operations you can perform. Right? Take these 3 ways. Now, filters over list. Filters over list. What do you mean by filters over list, sir? Some conditional filters I want to apply. The elements which are satisfying your given criteria, only those elements I want to take. Okay. Suppose here some 100 students are here. I maintain their ages into their one list. I want to take only whose age between 25 to 30. Understand? Remaining people I don't want. On such way I want to apply some filter. Okay. That means criteria matching elements only I want to pick. So for this again, traditional way and Python exclusive style, both the things we will see. Way number 1. Okay, first I'm preparing some empty list, some list. Let's say age 12, 23, 32, 34, 45, 56. These are the ages. Totally 8 elements are here. Whose age greater than 30 only I want to take. Remaining people I don't want. Let's say here one more thing. These are the ages. Greater than 30 elements only I want to take. The traditional approach is like this. Let's say new age is an empty list. For v in age, 10 times the loop will be running. If v greater than or equals to 30, that is what my condition. If this condition is true, then only you are appending. And s dot append of v. Suppose the first element is what, sir, in the first iteration? 12. 12 greater than or equal to 30 false. So nothing is appended. Next 23 not appended. 32 condition true will be appended. So finally, after completion of this for loop, your expected data is in n age list. This is regular approach in any programming language. But Python style, observe this. The style is like this, sir. Expression. Left side always expression. For loop. For loop right side if condition. That is the style. So previously only two parts, expression and for loop. Left side expression, right side for loop. Now left side expression, middle for loop, right side of the for loop if condition. Simple. Observe this. Based on this, n age is equal to expression. I don't want to do anything, just by simply v I am giving. I don't want to do anything for that age. For v in age, if v greater than or equals to 30 is my condition. That's it. In one single line, that is completed or not. Got it? This is Python style. Come on, take it. Both ways you take, sir. Normal way and Python style. Observe the next level. We keep all these things into one single cell. I'm giving name as a separate list. Okay. Salary is there. These are the salaries of 5 people. The departments are like this. The genders are like this. First one male, second one female, female, male. Here one more name we need to add. Okay. Now I want to form a list with some required transformations. The expected transformations is like this. Each person details as a tuple I want. The first person details. Name A. His salary 40,000. Belongs to grade B. Okay. Between 30 to 50. Same as our previous grade example. 50. And he is from 11 department. Marketing. And he is male. But I want full form of the male. Like this. Each person I want to transform like this. Understand the points? So these transformations we are going to do. For this already grade the related department number to departmental names already we did function. Already we have functions. Again, I'm not going to write those functions. Already we did. What are those functions we have? Grade function we have to transform salary into grade. And DEPT function we have to transform department number into department name. Gen function. That is not there. One simple I am writing. Def gen argument sum x. If x dot lower, because some genders can be in uppercase, some genders can be in lowercase. We are neutralizing into lowercase. Is f, then x equal to female I am giving. Else x equal to male I am giving. Think that this is condition is true if there are no null values. Think that the last person is also a male here. Remaining things you know. I want to transform it as a tuple. Two ways I will show you again. Way 1 and way 2. Let's say info equals to empty list for name, salary, department number, and sex. Already S variable is there. Let's say G for gender. In to iterate the loop, what is your technique? List of list of zip of name comma salary comma department number comma sex. Okay. So there are 5 elements. Now what is that list of element to element mapping? So each element is a tuple. From that tuple, each value you are taking into n, s, d, g. Additionally, what you need, sir? Additionally, what you need? I want grade and department name. I don't want department number. Understand the point, sir? Department name equal to. Already we have DEPT function. In previous work we did that. DEPT of D. I want salary grade. Grade of S. Now I want to form a new tuple. The tuple is like this. First I want name, next salary, and then their grade, and then their department name. And we need gender also. Let's say gender is equal to. Already we have function, right? Let's say sex. Same thing I am overriding. S equals to. Here we did not keep S equal to G. Sex value is tracked into the variable G, right? Sx equal to Zend of that G. Here I am adding that. Name, salary, grade, department name, and Sx. This is a tuple. In the first iteration, it is a tuple of first person. We are adding info dot append of this one. Okay, instead of doing that directly, you can attack the second step. Info equal to is an empty list. V I am giving for V in list of zip of. What is the first one you want? Next grade of salary. Understand the point, sir? But this is a small wrong, because your previous grade function is working on what, sir? Single salary, not a list of salaries. Understand the point, sir? That's why each element you want to transform into grade. As a third element I am giving grade of A. Now the zip has first list, second list. This entire thing is also a list, right? That entire thing will return a list, right? Salary, you have 10 salaries. Each salary is taken 5 salaries. Each salary is taken into A. That salary value you are transforming into grade. Now, what is this entire expression, sir? Is a list of all grades or not? Sir, reply me, sir. Is a list of all grades or not? Next, what I want? I don't want department number. I want department name. For that, we have function DEPT. DEPT of A. For A in department number. This is my third list in this zip function. After that, I want genders. The gender full values I want. As a fifth list, I am giving Zend of A for A in sex. Now in my zip function, how many list objects are here? Number 1, 2, this entire 3, 4, 5. Understand? So that entire thing you are converting into list. Now it is a list of all tuples. One more bracket for the list here. This is a close bracket for main list. Understanding this? In this way, directly you can perform your transformation. Now, info has how many elements? 5 elements. Understand? Info has 5 elements. Each element is a tuple. Tuple has again 5 elements. The first element name, salary, grade, department name, and sex. Got it? In this way, you can perform your transformations. For this, if you want to apply filter, I want to take only females. Fems equal to, again the technique, left side expression, right, first expression, next for loop, next if condition. I want to take only females. We for loop is what? For in info. Right side if condition. Understand what is V, sir? For V in info. Right side. If condition is what? I want to take only females. Each element is what? A tuple. Within the tuple, fifth element, which is last element, that is sex. That's why can I say V of -1? Can I say V of -1? If V is a tuple, your sex value is in fifth position, that too as last position. V of -1 equals to female is your condition. If that condition true, that will be written and appended to that fems list. Entire tuple will be appended. Now who will be there into fems? Only females. Got it? In this way, you can perform and apply filter, perform transformations and filters. Okay? Take the two ways. Way 1, way 2. List of list will see, sir. Suppose A is a list. The values are like this. B is another list. Let me take some simple values. The third list. This is the thing. Total how many elements, sir? Total 3 elements in higher dimension. Again, each subdimension is what? Again, a list. Now, list of list is nothing but a matrix. I have 3 elements means 3 rows. Each element is a list. Again, it has 3. That means it's a 3 by 3 matrix. If I say learn of A, my reply will be like this. Output is only 3. Understand the point, sir? In this case, the number of elements I want. Let's say in the beginning, n equal to 0 I am taking. For V in A. Now number of elements in higher dimension, 3. That's why loop is running for 3 times. N plus equals to len of V. That's it. Before for loop n value is 0, sir. In the first iteration, what it is? N plus equals to, that means 0 plus equals to len of V. In the first iteration, V value, this one. Now 3. 3 plus 0, 3. In the second iteration, another 3. Then value 6. In the third iteration, value 9. Now total number of elements 9 elements. The output will be like this, 9. In this way, whenever you have nested collections, you have to iterate like this. Understanding this? Come on, take it. So put the heading like this, sir. Searching elements. Searching values in a list. Searching values in a list. Using two things, in and not in operators. In and not in operators. Okay, sir. Let's meet on next session on Sunday, sir. Tomorrow. Tomorrow, same machine learning session 24 by 7, Python session number 10 by this time. Okay. Online team, let's meet tomorrow, sir.